I'm not stopping until $2,000 per XRP, and I'm not kidding. So what just happened to XRP? Why did we dump? What's going on, guys? Because there's a bunch of stuff happening. Before we talk about my analysis and side of things and everyone else's, well, first, look at this. XRP, a Golden Cross has been spotted, which means you're about to become filthy rich, depending on how much XRP you have, right? Now remember, this is all this is the talks and analysis of before the collapse. Okay, so whatever we talk about here, it isn't including utility, only speculation, because this is most definitely a speculative run for all these assets. So now that's out the way, please like today's video. Thank you guys. The 50-day, let's see here. So the 50-day is now crossing the 200-day. Okay, moving average. Now, this is a cool Golden Cross. I think last time there was a Death Cross, okay, right here, and XRP dumped, and now we're seeing the opposite of this effect, okay, which is a pump, a golden pump incoming. Now, usually when these crosses happen, what happens at that present moment? So the Death Cross happened, XRP pumped, XRP did the opposite, right? A Golden Cross happened, XRP dumped. It does the opposite to trick everyone in the initial phase, and then it's gonna move back up. I've seen this so many times with Ethereum and other assets. So $4, $5 is imminent, and I mean right around the corner. This is why go all in. I'm not even kidding. Because we actually called this. We actually called this. Just listen to this. At the all-time high, even if it does somehow dump, which I don't even know if it will, right? It's going to get pushed back up. What did we say, guys? We were right here. Even if it dumps, we're going to get pushed back up, right? Because this is the last major support or resistance that will be flipped into support right now. And then it confirms to the boss that we're going to be pushed up, guys. Now look, the reason I'm saying you may as well go all in if you haven't bought, right? Even if you have like $100, it doesn't matter. Just put as much as you can, right? Because this previous resistance, right? XRP will come back probably one more time to flip this into support and go higher. Okay. And if you're in spot, if you just see XRP break the structure, if you see XRP breaking the structure, so let's say it comes down, right, but it doesn't push up, instead it comes lower like this, right, then bounces like that, the run is over. But I'm pretty sure right now you guys can see how it's holding as support, right? Look at that. It's actually holding as support right here, right? But I'm pretty sure there's going to be one more test before we go fly to new all-time highs. You guys ready? Right, this is how they trick everyone. What's fascinating to me is Chris Larson told you where this local top was. Look at the millions of XRP he moved yesterday, right? 1.32222 million XRP all moved yesterday. I don't know if he sold it, but quite interesting. So the reason why this move happened, it was for a couple of reasons. One of them being a long liquidation, right? Because there's a lot of longs building up and they needed to take out some liquidity. But number two is, if you look at the previous cycle of XRP, okay, look what it did previously. Okay, look, XRP pumped, it came back down to test it as support. It's so easy. What is it doing? Exactly the same exact thing right here, right? XRP pumped, came back down to retest it as support. At this point, go all in. I'm not even kidding. And if you do see a break like 280-ish, just sell. Very easy, very simple. Look at this. The biggest flush ever just happened for XRP longs at $82.5 million, guys. Okay, huge, huge, huge. This is why we must pay attention. From now on, I think I'm gonna write on a notebook my rules to trading if I need to, trading if I do ever trade again. But XRP liquidity hourly, we see right here. Yeah, so basically XRP ate all this up, guys, and it stopped like, let me see where it stopped. It stopped like right here. It stopped like at this region, okay, like near $3 right here, guys. Wow, it literally stopped. XRP literally stopped. Look at this. This is insane. XRP literally stopped at the last line of liquidity, right? There's a bulk of liquidity right there, and the next one comes under $3. Okay, but I'm pretty sure XRP will hold above this region. It has to, or else things are just going to get worse. But the Frankfurt Stock Exchange talks about XRP. Oliver, who predicted the previous price surge, says that XRP has the potential to reach $18 within the next few days or weeks. Right? Isn't that weird? Maybe it happens in August. Listen to this.
Prozent hier und hier glaube ich, dass wir 200% machen können vom jetzigen Standpunkt aus. Das heißt, auf 8, 9, 10 US-Dollar vom jetzigen Preis aus. Und so sieht man, wie man von oben, von der Marktkapitalisierung, wenn man runtergeht, nimmt die Marktkapitalisierung ab, aber das Potenzial für Bewegung nach oben, was die Preisentwicklung angeht, ist deutlich größer. Wir haben beim XRP eine Marktkapitalisierung mittlerweile Milliarden und das ist nur noch die Hälfte von Ethereum. Also wenn Ethereum jetzt stehen bleibt und er sich verdoppelt, gibt es hier einen Flip. Und der eine oder andere sagt, das ist nur eine Frage der Zeit, wann das kommen wird.
Interesting. So is he talking about how XRP may flip Ethereum? You know, XRP flipped Ethereum back in the 2017 cycle, so it's obviously possible.
Was bedeutet das jetzt in die Zukunft gedacht? Wenn man sich das hier anschaut, man sieht das hier in der Monatsdarstellung sehr schön. Diese Bewegung hier ist vergleichbar, vergleichen viele mit dieser Bewegung. Dieses Abwarten hier mittendrin vergleichen viele mit dem Abwarten hier. Und dieser Schritt hier ist der erwartete Schritt hier Richtung 8, 9 US-Dollar.
Wow, look at this, guys. Right? This cycle is more lengthened, it seems as, but it's following the previous fractal, where he's showing that this next surge is imminent, which takes us to $10 plus.
Auf den jetzt eigentlich viele warten, der erwartet wird. Und Ripple tut alles, damit mit einer guten Nachrichtenlage die Sache unterstützt wird. Ripple hat jetzt eine US-Banklizenz beantragt, was schon für sich genommen richtungsweisend ist. Wo will Ripple hin? Welche Funktion will Ripple übernehmen? Wir reden ja immer von Ripple als einem Vollsortimenter, der jetzt dann auch versucht, den rechtlichen Rahmen zu schaffen. Der Stablecoin von Ripple, also der RLUSD, hat ein A-Ranking nach dem neuen Genius Act. Und
oh wow, he's talking about the stablecoin, guys, right? How it has a ranking from blue chip. He knows what he's talking about here, right? So this means this was just recent. This is amazing stuff.
Ich sag's einfach mal, das XRP Ledger ist getestet worden für den Einsatz im Rahmen des digitalen Euro. Also da tut sich an allen Ecken und Enden was und ich würde mir halt wünschen, dass viele gute Nachrichten jetzt noch kommen, damit sich der XRP hier aufladen kann, um dann entsprechend nach oben zu schießen. Aber das ist im Moment so die Struktur. Hier haben wir 100%, von denen ich glaube, und hier, glaube ich, liegen wir bei 200%. Aber Johanna, wenn die Nachrichtenlage super gut ist und wenn wir in Übertreibung reinkommen, kann ein solcher Coin dann auch locker auf 12, 15 oder 18 US-Dollar schießen.
So he's saying here that when everything becomes euphoric, this type of coin can shoot up to 12 to 15 to even $18 United States dollars. Right? It's not out of the realm of possibility, which is 100% I agree with.
Das will ich nicht ausschließen, aber rein realistisch, das 4, 2, 3, 6er Retracement, da sind wir bei 8, 9 US-Dollar und da ist erstmal Ende der Fahnenstange und für viele, die bei 30, 40 US-Cent eingestiegen sind, ist das eigentlich auch schon ein ganz guter Weg.
Yep, 30 to 40 cents, that's the end of the road because everyone will sell at double digits per XRP, right? And that's a guaranteed profit. But that's without utility, right? Don't you guys see people sell way too early? We're at that point of the next pump imminent, okay? Just because of the structure. All it needs to do is hold $3. If it holds this level, moon has occurred. If we dump below $3, doom has occurred. Is heaven opened or hell? I'm still on the path of heaven. Okay, we'll see what happens next, but do not get priced out. Do not sell right now. Then what do we see here? We got open interest is still up at all-time highs with $10 billion. We are going up, right? Wow, interest is still at all-time highs, guys, right? Previously, what we've seen with futures open interest, where people are longing and like trading and all this stuff, is when the interest goes down, XRP's price follows, right? Look at the green line. Interest was going down, right? Open interest, price follows. Then when it shoots up, price then shot up with it. Interest is still at all-time highs. Price is down to like $3. I don't know if open interest went down a bit. I'm guessing it did. But it's gonna go back up, guys, because we still haven't topped out. Here's another reason who created this slump from TradingView 2. Korean market upbit chose violence today on XRP. Over 75 million XRP sold at market over the last 24 hours. The pump and dump was brought to you by Upbit. It begins over there at Upbit. Crazy, huh? XRP is so volatile that when it goes, it will not stop, guys. Right? Like, it just keeps going down. To be fair, XRP was very weak against Bitcoin today, towards the downside. I think it's because it just pumped too much. The real fun for XRP starts in August. Why? Because on the 2 weeks of XRP, guys, here's the chart. 21 bars. It took 21 bars, which is 294 days for XRP to top. Okay, 21 bars, 294 days for XRP to top. 22 bars takes us to August, which is, I guess, the next top, right? From this low. Crazy, guys. It's a fascinating view or found right there. Not by nature wise. What is this? See ya.